What's up, everyone? Welcome back. We are back. Let me give Miss TNG her seat.
What's good, everyone? This is our episode 10. We're going to basically break down the things that we already talked about, and we're also going to talk about our last kind of like subject. So we're going to be talking about the episode 9. We talked about like manager, like leadership, etc. And then this time we're going to talk about like we did speak on customers and stuff like that, but I think we're going to more talk about I got a question for TNG and also myself. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to also talk about like how to deal with a customer's problem. I'm going to give advice on customer service and what I think a good customer service is and what I think a bad customer service is. So it's basically just going to be like a bunch of different stuff. I don't know if TMG wants to just touch base on stuff first, or I think what we're going to do is just continue on what I have planned with like the customer and then touch base on everything that we talked about from episode 1 to this episode, which is 10. Because then from now, after this episode, we're going to be talking about just like, different stuff, lifestyle, business still, but more like, more of business, but like it's not going to be strictly about business talks. So I'm gonna start off with this is like ideals for people that like who want to start a business and they want to know how to like gain customers and how they might lose customers, because people do lose customers if you do them wrong or if you don't manage a situation right. And it's not just for, once again, these conversations are not just all about our restaurant. It's also about like other people, anybody that has a business, pretty much.
Want to come in and talk? Feel free to pop in.
So like I'm gonna just start off with like how you can gain customers, which I thought of like this because we've been gaining customers and we don't even notice that we're doing it like we're doing it the right way. But we can also use like more opinions on how to gain customers off of what we are experiencing ourselves, kind of thing. We're giving people ideals too. So like my first thing is like when you gain how you gain customers is like for example, like our website, we are updating our website, right? We can do networking, like network with other people that gains customers. My next thing is like take advantage of the reviews that you have. Like, for example, the ratings, like the online ratings, the reviews. So, for example, right now we're at a 4.8 and we have good ratings. We do take feedback too. If we don't have any, customers haven't gave us back like, oh, your food is not this way or your food is this. We've got all good ratings so far. And so even if we did get like a bad, like if it was a negative rating or a negative review, we would respond back to it as, okay, we should maybe change this, but not change it completely too. Because some people just don't like the way, like say like they ordered something and it was spicy and they didn't know it's spicy, if it did say jerk on it or not. and they don't like it spicy, they can make a comment saying, oh, you add too much spice, or you don't add enough spice, or like, we take that in consideration. Like, okay, maybe we should do this. For example, we started when we started doing our jerk egg rolls. We used to put Scotch bonnet in it, but we decided not to put it because we know how to make it spicy without Scotch bonnet. But people love the Scotch bonnet, and some people maybe couldn't handle it. So we're like, let's just make it fair and just do it where it's like, not minimum spice, but like enough spice in there for people to taste the spice and to taste the food, like. But lots of people loved how we did the Scotch bonnet, but then it's like some people might like it spicy like that, and some people might not like it like that. So we just, no one has told us, oh, your stuff is too spicy, but we like getting feedback too, like positive or negative. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what it is, we will take that in consideration. Like, okay, maybe we should, if it was more than one comment or review saying the same thing, then we would think of it like, okay, we gotta take this as we gotta switch something, or. Um, Another way to gain your customers are to promote. Like showcase, like a showcase, like you can do a show, like if there's a showcase going, go there and speak upon your restaurant or your business. There's not, I'm just saying restaurant because we're talking in general. So like, for example, like industry, like an event that's like, a showcase kind of thing. Go there and, promote yourself. Even if you don't have a restaurant, you can still go and do that for promotion. Basically what I'm trying to say is like, for showcase, like go speak in front of the people that are there, that are showcasing to, and let them know like what your business is about, kind of thing. Um, Even events alone, like for example, we have like a big park, like it's called, I don't, well, it's called like Gage Park. It's a big place where people use that for like events, for like you can put carnival rides, etc. Like I remember going there, just for the rides, but also to try their food. And they had some nice, decent food, but like my thing is that's a good promotion. Um, also promote yourself by like, well, we already done it. Like we showed people, we taught people how to, do certain foods. Even if it wasn't like in front of us, like one on one, it was still like they're here, or it was, we can, how you say, we can even talk over the phone. Like there's Zoom, like teaching people how to make a simple dish, even if it's just rice or just chicken, like. Um, how you can also gain your customers by like participating in, like I said, community events. Like um, I don't know, like I don't know if you guys have like where you're from or whatever, but I know here they have like events, like community events. Like they call some street fest, street crawl, where people get together and like promote their food kind of thing. But they have it at a decent price. That's another way you can gain customers, going to places like that. Because once they try your food, even if it's like a sample and they try it, they're gonna know that if that sample is good, then obviously a full meal would be good, right? So also that is good. Bringing food service to your community event, like just in general, bringing one dish that you think people would like. Like we have many dishes that people like, but one specific dish that people love at your restaurant, bring it to bring that to that community event. Oh man, I'm sorry about the yawning, but had a rough day. stuff like that. Like to promote yourself is like you'll gain more customers. Like promoting yourself is a good way to go too because we still have a lot to like promote. I gotta still do like a Facebook. I want to also like just go around the community, like not in the office right now. It's like a cold weather and there's too much stuff going on with like all this social distance. So like I was thinking maybe in the summertime, like I want to go around in the community and just just get to know the people. Kind of like we do get to know our customers that come in every day and etc. But I want to kind of like go to like a business and like you know promote yourself like that too. Also, like this year for Christmas, TMG and I were talking about there's a bar across the street. We want to go and bring them, a little dessert or a little,
That's all the to all business that support us. Like
yeah, like they support us a lot. They have customer people that come there and want to drink. We just come over and get food. We have a lady. We used to have the weed store, but I don't know. Like we just want to, not just promote ourselves that way, but also show like in the community we're good people. Like we're not here to take any like we just want to promote ourselves like that too. But you have anything to say about gaining customers, like how you know?
shit, we getting a lot of customers this month. Like we getting like what 12, 10 customers.
I know we're getting a lot, but I'm saying, do you have any um input on? I know this is a cheat, on like how to gain customers, like for people like
You just
you
gotta
know.
be respectable, honest, and don't treat people like I mean, I don't know. You just gotta talk to
No, like
people.
promotion wise, I'm talking about. Do you have any other things? I know I brought up everything, but
As I was saying, yeah. So you,
you don't
it's
really add
easy.
something. But
All
anyways,
you gotta do is just be nice and you treat your customer totally different. You don't talk to your customers you just gotta know to treat the customers properly. You gotta make sure you know what they want. And they will come back. If the food is good, they will come back. That's what you get in custom. If the food, as I said, if the food is cooked the right way, the cake is tasted the right way at all times, the customers will come back. I'm telling
okay, so that's I pretty much touch base on promoting yourself or getting customer, but also like hmm,
you. What's the next way? Next way is by I don't know, just someone does you could just you go and someone trying to help you say you go somewhere and someone's trying to help you take the groceries out of the car or something. You could say, here, here's my restaurant. Da, 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 check this out. Give them a card, like what I did this morning when I was coming back from the hostel. Lady shut the cab on the back of the trunk. So I was like, all right, cool, that's cool. She didn't have to do it. So I'm like, here. She's like, what's the best thing? I'm like, those guys across the street love the shrimp linguine, and there's a lot of good stuff on there. She's like, oh, I'll keep that in mind. And she took it.
okay, so that's a good way of promoting yourself. That's how you gain customers too. Also, like for example, like I went into the source, right? Because I wanted to get a PS5 for my son, and he was saying something about. He was basically saying something about you have to be a customer for a resident for um, for a Bell company to be on the wait list. So I said, well, my partner and I have a restaurant. We have Bell with them. Could it still happen? He's like, oh, no, it has to be resident, can be business. So then he goes, oh, where is your restaurant located? So I said, it's this street, da da da. He's like, oh, I live in the area, so I give him my card. That's another way of promoting your, getting in customers too, because like they live in the area and they want to try your food. they'll come by and try and know, hey, this is the same person that gave me the card
My
when I
nigga,
signed
that
up with.
nigga funny as fuck.
So that's another way you can gain customers.
And another way by getting customers, maybe by just um there's an event like say there's a say like for instance the bar or someone on the street that is having an event. You can make like two little simple or three little simple things, give it to them. You know what I mean? So they could contribute it to their whatever they're having a barbecue event. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, stuff like that. We done that a lot of time too. Like we done that. What that's why we got where we are. Cause we done that a lot of time. You done that
Guys,
before.
I remember making those biscuits,
Hmm.
buttermilk biscuits, and they're like, you got any more? Because we basically said, oh, because we had them on Instagram, and they said, hey, I was just wondering if you guys have any food, whatever. So we're like, right now we're just in the process of, getting our stuff together, and then I was down there baking at the same time. We are also doing catering, right? So I made just a whole bunch of, mini biscuits and stuff. And the guy came across, the owner, he came across and grabbed it. And he said that they were like the best buttermilk biscuits he's ever tried. So just even that is like promotion because they're only trying a simple dish, like a simple, it's not simple because it takes process to make like the taste and to make it rise and like not rise, but like to make it not like a freaking Popeye style, like, it's not dry, like it's soft, it's buttermilk, buttery biscuits, right? So that's simple, but it's not to some people, right?
Yeah.
Even stuff like that is promotion because they've been trying our food before we even opened. They've been watching us renovate our place for a while now. They've been dying for us to open, but because we weren't open at the time, we just were doing catering sort of thing. They wanted to actually try like what we had on our menu. And once again, we had menus made from before we opened, so that's also promoting when we used to give. We paid for these menus just to go give out to people, not knowing if they're gonna come or not. And we still had the same address on there. It's not like we made these menus basically when we got the spot, right? So that's even better because the address, if the person still has the menu, they see that the address has not changed. So we promote it big time from them. So we're gonna. Do you have anything else before I move on?
I don't know. I was thinking about
Because
fucking
I'm
things.
going on to how people lose their customers.
No, as I said, it's good because before this, I noticed that with some people, before you give them like a leg and and a foot and everything. Like before when we was doing catering, like regular like hard like for like before we even opened because we already had certain things unlocked. A lot of people now it's like, oh, I gotta come to the restaurant, I gotta go to Uber, I gotta do that. So I respect the ones that you know we were promoting with before, and they still come back, they still call up to this day. Some people like it's good promotion, and any promotion is good promotion. Even if you lower your price, like you take $2 off and make it even for whoever you're gonna deliver the food to. Even if they don't, they get it at that time or that month where you got it like that, and then you decide to say, oh, okay, I'm moving it to my restaurant, come pick it up, and they're like, ah, no, no, whatever. It's okay because you know what? You always gonna get like you always gonna have that one or two, three person that be like, yo, that food was good. I don't care. I'm going back. You know what I mean? Now we got, as I said, our promotion is so good. We got people coming in more than order. Before people was just like, oh, let me order. You know what I mean? So now people they want to see us. They want to talk to us, and that's good because you're promoting yourself good. You're a good business owner. You know what you're doing. They want to see us. They say, oh, say if I'm not there, they're like, say hi to the man, or say hi to the lady boss. Da da da. That's how
Mm-hmm.
people. People respect you. Customers respect you. They feel comfortable. You're doing something good.
Mm-hmm.
They always do that. They're like, oh, say I'm on the phone with her, and they come in. They're like, hey, hi. Like that's what you want. You want your customers to feel comfortable where it's like they come to your restaurant, but it's like walking to a family dinner table, right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, continue. Suicide.
So
One.
I'm asking if you want me to move on to the next one. We have to give positive and negative. So we just talked about how you can gain customers. Now we can talk about. I'm not just talking about us. I'm just talking about in general
Everybody in
how
general.
people lose customers. And there's so many ways you can lose customers that you wouldn't even notice. We're not saying it because we lost any customers. We're just saying it to help for your advice, kind of thing. So my first thing is poorly trained staff. For example, have you ever been into like for example, like I've been into a place where the staff was just like they weren't trained well enough for me. Like, and no, I don't expect you to be like know everything, but if I'm coming into your restaurant and I'm paying you money for the food, or even I'm not even gonna talk about food. How about we talk about clothing or something? Um, when you have staff that's poorly trained, I mean like they're not they're trained, but they're just like they lack of some ability to serve you, like so they might not like you because how you look or how you dress, or they might judge you on how how you how, I just said look or dress, but like they might just judge you in general. So poorly trained staff is not a good thing to have in your business establishment, because restaurant or clothing, like for example, I've been to places where they just give me like just stank attitude. I said, okay, that's cool, kind of thing. I've been in a restaurant that they think because you're buying basically and you're paying that, or they cook the food and the whatever else, they can give you attitude, or what I'm saying? That shouldn't be the problem. Like the people are paying. Like I can see if like a customer came in and said, even still, if a customer came and said, oh, I want jerk um gravy on this, I want this on this, I want this separated. Just do it, because that's what they want and that's what they're paying for. You if you have
Right,
to
right.
charge if you have to charge them at $2 because they want extra of something, then that's they're gonna pay for it pretty
They
much.
want it.
Yeah, like they want it, so they're
I
gonna
like
pay for it. So that's one thing I think
I like the
is
way you
the
said
top
that.
of the list. Like, don't have train your staff, even if they have like a little stank attitude, okay, but make sure they're trained properly. Like, don't like poorly trained staff is the worst to deal with, because people don't like that shit. Like for example, like basically I'm saying like rude customer service. Like people don't like that at all. That's like that. I don't know if I explained it right, but that's how I explained it. Like have your staff trained. No, this is not, like I said, this is in general. Like it's not for us because we don't have people yet. But when we do have people, we're gonna make sure they're trained properly. But next thing is like this is the next a next thing. Like say like you can lose customers by this too, and we don't do this, but if we were in other stuff, that's a different situation. But like, I'm not just talking about us, like I said. And TMG, don't come down my neck because of certain things I say, but restricting your hours of operation. Like, for example, if someone came in like 50, we always allow it. We don't care. If someone came in like 15 minutes before closing and they wanted something, just cook it. Just if you have it and you have it out, and I know you just packed up and you're trying to clean them off and get out, or you're trying to close your doors because whatever, such and such. If a customer comes in and orders 15 minutes before you close, or even 10 minutes, like, or 5 minutes, if your open sign is still open, you have to serve those people, because then they're going to think, oh, um, you didn't close, your sign's not closed, so you're open still in their mind, right? But in
Hmm.
your mind, you're like, oh, I already shut down everything. Yeah, I still have the open sign, but that's because whatever, right? No, don't do that. If you're gonna have the open sign open, and people come in, just you might as well just serve them, because you didn't close that. You didn't have that sign closed, right? That's the next thing people hate, like, because you gotta look at it. People how do I say this? People are hungry, especially when they're hungry and they just want something quick. And you have it. Just take your time, serve them the food. We cook from. That's the thing. TMG. When people call and he's closing, he always allows it. That's a good look. because people are hungry, especially if it's like 6 o'clock, 6:30, 6:40, and they haven't eaten nothing. They're just getting off work, and they want something. It's good to take their order. What you can do, my suggestion is, if you take their order and you know that's their last order, that's when you dish out their food, wait for them to come, and close your sign. You know.
But yeah, it's true. Let me add something to that too. I always tell them if they got if they want something and they know it's like 20 minutes or 15 minutes for closing time. Your best
Hmm.
option is to call me because then I could tell you what I have. Like, I could tell you what
Yeah,
I have and I could tell you what you could get.
I think that's why people like the restaurant because we tell them that, and even if they don't, remember or they know we don't close, they can't remember what time we close up for some odd reason. They still they still get the service that they desire, kind of thing. My next thing
I
is
told let me just add something to that, babe. I told Miss TMG that, oh, babe, I just noticed you took the thing down, the Christmas thing on the little thing from the wall. Um, I told you that this month I want to see her improve, and boy, did it go up. Did the improve go up? As you guys heard before, we talked like we said like we want to see improvement. Want to see improvement. Want new customers. We basically getting like we getting more than like at least 12, 13 new customers this month. Wow. Um, besides everybody what's coming, like, now we know who and what. We know there's a guy that comes to Oxtail every day. And, like, it's crazy. So we know, like, when there's a person that's gonna be coming for like two fish tomorrow, possibly one, then they're gonna get one set. Like we know everything, a little bit of everything. What is it today? Thursday? I mean Wednesday, right? Yeah. Holy shit. Out of mercy, I felt today this week moving kind of slow. I wasn't really open. Damn, because why it feels like this? As I said, and I said this before to you guys, your busy days could turn into your slow days, and your slow days could turn into your busy days. Eventually, for us, we have no more slow days. Like, like 2 weeks ago, I was be able to, make phone calls, fool around, do shit. Now I can't really do that no more like that, and I like that. I like that. You know what I mean? I like that. I don't. I want to get a break, but I want to feel like I'm like when we work, we feel like we act like we're working for each other. Like we don't want no breaks, and it's crazy because she doesn't notice it, but I notice it. I don't. She don't notice that. We don't. We both do it. It's crazy how we think without even talking. It's like we mind with each other. That's crazy. But yeah, this month was, and I could just imagine because like there's two caterings coming up. There's one before Boxing Day, one for Christmas Eve, and I think there's one coming up sometime in this week or next week. I just gotta find out once I get to confirm. But it's as I said, it's November has been crazy. Now the crazy stuff when December is over, you know what's gonna happen? Things are gonna slow down in January. So like you gotta know the business. January is kind of like um it's December. It's gonna go to busy and busy till busy until the end of December. Then the middle of December, maybe the 20th, or you know what I mean, where everybody get money or big bonus or something like that. Or some people get paid. Or the second week where everybody get paid. People gonna be selling ordering. But I expect us to be busy straight just like this, even worse than this month was. 'Cause this month was crazy. I was surprised. I didn't call. There's so many times I wanted to call. Like yesterday, I wanted to call my girl so bad. I'm like, you know what? She got a lot on her plate. There's no way, school's going on, like, Shaquan's doing good, and they're taking school, so I could do this. But I was telling her like, before we came on, you might have to hire somebody after January, right?
maybe
Yeah,
before that.
that's crazy. Now, and I didn't know it wasn't. I thought it was gonna come a little bit later than that, like maybe March, April, on Shaquan's birthday. But it seemed like it's gonna come faster than that because, like what she said, it's the way you promote yourself. Gain your customers. Like your customers want to talk to you. They call, they talk, they want the little jokes, they laugh. No, like, don't tell me you don't have no food like those little jokes. You want to hear people talk to you like that. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna give you your bill. Oh, make sure you call. Don't come back and tell me there's no more food. Like you want, like We like hearing that stuff. That stuff makes us feel so good, like or call 2 hours ahead just to get one meal. That makes us feel so good. Like the guy yesterday, he's like, you know, I missed all the time, but could you save me chicken? And he was so lucky that he did that because the other guy came and ordered his two from. He was across the street drinking. This is how good and this is how busy our restaurant got. It's crazy. I gotta laugh because I'm so proud of herself. Like people knows how this shit runs because the other bar they go drink every day. So what they'll do there is
Grab some.
they'll order the food. Drink you drink your ginger ale? They'll order the food. They'll order the food 2 hours ahead, knowing that somebody might get it. Because I had a lot of time where I had like the weekends are like seafood day. So you got the weekends where they're like, I said the ballers come out. Like, people might take their girl. People, I notice that people love take their girl. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. People love take their woman or their husband to our restaurant. Am I lying, babe? Somebody will go back, come down to the restaurant. This will happen. So a person will come back. Like this happened twice in less than one day. So a guy came, he ordered a meal, and he goes, "Babe, oh my God, they cook the food from fresh. It's so good."
No,
That.
she said. So I have to
Go
say.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
She says, "Oh, he's cooking it from fresh, babe." Oh my gosh, because the guy when he came in, I seen him on the camera, right? And he comes out after he orders. What do you order? Oxtail or something like that?
Oxtail, yeah.
He goes, "Lad." He goes, he says like bomba cloud or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he
Yeah, that's how he
goes,
talks.
and he looks at the sign, right? And he goes, he's telling the person on the phone, you can tell it's his girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Oh, it's called Team Chef Life for Life or something like that." You know how people are, right? So I'm dying because it's funny how he said it like Team Chef for Life or something like that. Caribbean fusion, right? And then he's saying, "Oh, you should come." He's basically telling his girl that the food good, it smell good, but they don't notice we have cameras everywhere, so we can hear
You could
everything.
hear.
So when she came out, you can tell she's talking to him, saying, "Oh my God, he's cooking it from fresh." And she no, she goes, "Oh, he's cooking it from fresh, babe. Oh my gosh." And then she went into her car, right?
No, you gotta. She didn't went to a car. You gotta explain what happened after he told her he got his food, leave, and then here she comes 3 hours, 2 hours later.
Not even 2 hours. I think it was like an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
so she pulls up. She goes, I'm at the place, but I don't know what it's called. I'm like, it's Team Chef Life. She goes, yeah, can I have the curry shrimp? But she was so surprised. She wanted the one on the menu because it's $13. I'm like, oh, I got it on special today for $11.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh shit, really? And even that, and she was so cool. She said she tried to transfer the money. That's what Dogface was. What did Dogface say? Equity, right? Yeah, it says like transfer. E
Well, I think
transfer.
that's something different where it's like money.
Yeah, electric money, electric money.
Mhm.
It's like the same thing. E transfer, electric money. So she wanted to e transfer the money. Um, And but if her phone wouldn't work, 'cause we got a business internet, like what I mean. Our business internet is so good, it will overpower your phone. Like it will take over the whole system. So she had to go outside and do it and e-transfer the money. But she was so
Doesn't
good. It's $11 and it works out. Listen, I had it on special for $11 and I still got my $13 because she gave us a $2 tip. So that's $13 right there. You know what I mean? It's as I said, if you deal with people, you don't sometimes you don't even have to talk to them. Your body, you smile, your body language, you know what I mean? Like,
mm-hmm.
Miss TMG have schooled me on a couple of things because sometimes I be forgetting, like, she's like, oh, you don't talk like that. Like, and you can't be ignorant and say, oh, I'm a boss. No, you got to be like, okay, you know what, you're right.
Mm.
I got to be able to, I got to talk better. I got to talk more clearly. I got to listen, then talk. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So everything works out. As I said, to get a new customer, I got a family. I call them the Tesla family. The Tesla family, they're pretty cool people. They got their own company, their own business, you know what I mean? And they got like a major following on our website. They're pretty big, like they're well known.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want. Like, I want to win people like that, business people, people like with business, like, and that ask me if I could, can I promote you guys' restaurant, you guys' food, because it's so good. This is what he said. He said, and remember, he's a boss too. So it's good when you come and you see a young black man and a young black woman, you're like, whoa, they're just like us. So they go back and tell their family, they bring their family. They're like, you know what the man told me? He's like, yo, you guys actually cook with coconut milk. When you go to the, that's what he said. I forgot to tell you. He's like, you could taste the coconut milk. When you go to the restaurant, whole thing they do is cook with rice and peas, but no coconut milk. They think I don't know. It's true. People think, and that's what I tell people all the time. We're in 2020, we're in 2022. Don't think white people don't know what a curry chicken or rice and peas or oxtail or a cow foot or what else. Like the most grimiest Jamaican food, a white person know what it tastes like. You know what I mean? So if you're opening up a Caribbean business and calling yourself a Caribbean, make sure you know to cook that shit. Even with like Italian or Canadian food, make sure you know to cook that shit because you can't just serve halfway cooked jerk chicken because the person is white. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, 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 no. These people, they know what the food tastes like. You know what I mean? They know what an oxtail tastes like. They know what an akki and slop. I don't even cook cow food. You know what people try to ask me how much white folks have come into my restaurant and said, we have any cow food? You know what I mean? And this whole thing, you know the guy that came in yesterday for the 2 meals? He
Mm-hmm.
fucking drives Uber. I seen him this morning and he put, oh, you don't want to ride? But I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, fuck. My girl already called her. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck, no, no, go, go. He pulled up beside me like, oh, you want to ride? I'm like, no, 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 it's cool. But then I know, I'm like, oh, it's you. It's like, yeah. So it was crazy, babe. It was crazy. So I'm like, you see, you want that. People notice you, notice like, your energy, or like, how you are. You run
And
your business. So,
I got to this thing that happened today. Your Tesla family came, right? And then the sister came in and
hmm
she dropped money, but you know what? We called them and let them know, when they come back tomorrow, because they come every day, we're giving that. We don't, even if they don't want to take it back, we're not taking it. Like, that's how we
I'm just gonna put it. If they don't take it back, they say, "Oh no, it's fine." I'm just gonna
put
keep
it
it.
towards our
Put
food
it
or
towards them,
something.
because that's what you want. Even
Hmm.
if you don't matter, even if like what she said, it's not about the money.
It's
If
not.
you go off and think about the money, then whoa, 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 I got something coming. I got something to tell you. It's not gonna work. You gotta
Mhm.
go in thinking like, yo, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna try to impress these people. You know what I mean, I want no taste food. I don't want no uncooked food. I don't want nothing in the food. No hair, no nails, no nothing. That's not supposed to be in the meal. If you have a shrimp linguine, don't have a piece of jerk chicken in there. If you have a jerk chicken pasta, don't have a piece of shrimp linguine in
For
there.
example, when you get pizza and you don't want mushroom or pineapple on it, and you taste that shit on your pepperoni and cheese pizza, you don't want.
You don't want that. So you gotta make sure everything is good. Like I'm telling you, man. Like I do this. I could do this in my sleep. I
So let's
swear to
go
you.
on to more ways that you know that are not good for customer wise. So my next thing is looking professional and run down.
Anybody at the door? No.
No, I don't
Okay.
see. I don't. I'm not like judgmental, but if you're like with your pen anywhere, even in a clothing store, your pants halfway down your ass, you're just like your hair is all messed up, cat hair everywhere. I can't. I
Dog hair.
I can't do it. I'm
That's the
sorry,
next thing too.
I can't do it. Especially if you're on my
So
food,
oh,
like
I'm happy Miss TMG brought up. I'm telling you, it's like
that's why
my
customers don't want to come engage with you because they probably think that shit's in their food, or even if you're at like a anywhere, even like a McDonald's, or I'm not gonna be served by you because first of all, there's gonna be a chance of your fucking hair get your hair or your cat or your dog's hair in your food, regardless.
so I see this is what's so funny to me, right? When we go, and this is why we pick and choose who we order a McDonald's from. Who we like if we want McDonald's for my son or something like that.
I
So
don't do it.
I
We just
still
go
get
to one
no.
location.
Listen, let me finish. Here. So
I'm not. I'm just saying.
um, in in culinary school, or you gotta perform. So they tell you no earrings, no earrings hanging off your ears.
You get like the studs, but
Yeah, no nails, no nails. The nails got to be cut. That's why my stuff
your
is,
hair has to be
my
cut out.
shit's always cut. You know what I mean? Because I cook food. Her, like, you know what I mean? Miss TMG, her nails always cook because she cook food.
Hell
But
yeah.
it puzzles me when I go to a motherfucking drive-through and I see a fucking server trying to serve me with long nails. No, you, you, those little glitter things under your drop in your fucking juice, your pop, your coffee, or whatever you get. You know what I mean? You're
The
swallow.
paint, the chip
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
yeah, chip. Because period, they tell you like, you know, I don't know who are these restaurant managers or who are these, but you know, it's an agenda. So, you know, I guess they gotta be the role. So, um, if you go to a McDonald's or a Burger King, KFC, drive-thru, whatever to pick up your food, and that person is packaging your food with long nails, you might want to talk to the manager. You know what I mean?
I remember
Because
one time we went
I've done
into
that. I've done that. Miss TMG will tell you, I've done that one time and got free food. Yeah, because I know you got to know when you know to talk to people. Like, yo, listen, don't give me that. I went to culinary school. You were the manager. You went to. You should know. And they would look at you like they're like you make them feel like idiot. They'll tell you, yeah, I'm sorry, like we don't really know. And that's a problem. People could tell everybody, but people forgetting like nails, long nails and stuff are not. You're not supposed to really have those in a restaurant. And that's what's gonna be for me. It's gonna be the same simple shit with us. We talk
It's
about
not
like,
even long nails either. They don't the paint into your
yeah,
nails.
no painting nails coming in the restaurant,
Chip and
especially when you're cooking. I don't mind if you're a cashier, you're,
cashier maybe.
you're handling money, but if you're prepping, handling food. You can't have no long nails. You can't have none of that glitter shit just hanging off. None of that Michael Jackson. None of that Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson shit. It's gotta go. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no glitter, so that's gotta go. Like, I see people do that. There's only a couple of people that I see like question. And if you go to the Burger King or McDonald's and someone trying to, you go in the line and you see someone packaging your food with long nails, you could get because your point is they have long nails. I don't know if their nails are dirty, especially when they got all these pretty color and stuff on it. They could drop in your food,
Never
your,
mind the paint.
your burger, your cheese. That goes on the cheese. That shit stick. They can't click that off. They just clump your burger and put the pickle on it and give it to you. Real time.
So that's another thing that you
So
can lose. It's
that's that's
unprofessionalness.
unprofessional right there. That's the world. That's what the world is. Everyone's like, and these new managers. That's why I'm like. That's why I be dying. I'm like, damn, these places are hiring, but I don't see no like a lot of like because they're so dumb.
So I think I touched base with this one, like making the customer feel like unimportant. So like I said in the like what I just said not too long ago. Like for example, like I've been to a place where maybe they didn't like me because what I look like or how I
Mm,
was dressed, etc. So that's the next like I already touched base on that, but like I think just because the people are paying you,
mm,
you don't have to like I said, like if they want their food a certain way or their product or their like anything that you're selling a certain way and you don't want to do it because you think because they're paying you that you don't have to listen to them kind of thing or you're the how to not because they're paying you but like for example they know that you know how to cook or you know how to make nice graphic design t-shirts. You
mm.
don't have to act like you're like, oh, you're better than that person because they might not know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that already takes place on that. So don't make your people feel your clients or your customers feel unimportant because that's not a good thing either. My next thing is say
And
like
it doesn't matter. My side. Let me cut you off because you showed me. You pointed out. You all pointed this out to me. Like, look, it doesn't matter how the person dress or look or whatever. They could work. You never know. They could make more money than the nigga that looks good, right,
yeah,
baby?
exactly.
So,
My next thing is like for example, say like a customer wanted to do a catering, right? And we didn't want to do it for some reason. I'm not saying we would ever be like that, but we didn't want to do it for some odd reason. and we tell them no, we can't do it, or we don't have this or that to do it, and we do have that or this to do it. But like, how do I say it? Basically, we're saying we don't have the products to do the catering, but we do. That's the next way you're gonna lose your customer because you're not being honest with them, and you just don't want to do their catering because they want it a certain way, or even like a shirt, like say like someone wanted a graphic design shirt that was this like tech, like high tech shit, and you didn't want to do it because it's gonna cost you more to do it, or that's the next way you're gonna lose your customer. To be honest, or your client, because they know you have those supplies, and they know you just give them problems because you don't want to do it for some odd reason, right? That's the next thing you want to work on if you're bad at that.
Hmm.
That's being like, and next thing is being unrespon like how do I say that? Unresponsive. Like basically what I'm saying, like
Don't
if
think because the
no,
customer.
listen, don't cut me off. Just because maybe a customer or someone, no, I'm not gonna say customer. I'm not gonna talk about customer. Say like someone emails you for a product and then you don't email them back, or you just like leave them at the end, like kind of thing. Like say
Hmm.
like someone emailed me for a cup. I was making cups and I don't respond to them. For some reason they call me. They said, "Oh, you're supposed to do this." It's like you're unresponse, like you're not responding to them. That's not a way. That's not good either. Like that's a way you're gonna lose your customer. That's the next thing I want to talk about. So yeah, it's just like I don't know. My thing is make a customer feel like welcome, and you know if they're rude to you for not some reason, for no reason, and they're being just too rude and extra, then you have every right to respond back how they're treating you kind of thing. But if it's just like a attitude problem they have, that's just a brush off the shoulder type of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I look at it like. I don't
As I said, you gotta make them feel like they're walking into their own living.
right. So I have a
Yeah.
question, man. It's for both of us. So how there's a saying that the customers are always right.
Hmm.
Do you agree or you disagree?
Well, I'd say yeah because
Yeah. Same.
I have customers coming in and say, "Well, can I mix an oxtail and a jerk chicken?" Some people are like, "No, you can't get that."
Yeah.
Man, I said, "FB, no, I'm gonna do that money out." Like for me, I done that because I yeah, the customer's right. If he's paying his money, if he's not short, you know what I mean? Even if like, oh no, we got the price up, the same people are still coming and more people come now. Like it's crazy. Before when we had the price low, like we I think we're gaining more customers with the price up. Isn't that
Yeah, look
crazy?
it up. Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
noticed that.
crazy.
I thought I was a little nervous to put it up so soon because I thought, oh, we're just getting these customers, and I
Yeah.
don't want them to feel like, oh, they put their price up already, kind of thing. They're new, da, da, da.
Mm.
So I was kind of nervous, but then I noticed we
But
gained
that's what
a lot
business
more
is.
customers.
Um, yeah, I said the customer is always right, but if the customer is not right, if they just want to come in and just put stuff on your floor, throw their bag anywhere, start like someone coming on splashing off their dirty hair and fucking all that's not right. You gotta go outside with that. Like stuff like that. But when it comes to the food, they're always right, and the
Yes,
service,
but
they're always right. Other stuff like coming in, being like doing bad, like ignorant stuff, like throwing your shoes out your bag or just or trying to put your bike in my restaurant or whatever stuff like that. No, you
yeah,
gotta
so
ask them.
I agree with what you're saying. I do have my opinion too, where yes, the customer is always right, and you want them to always know they're right because then they return feeling welcomed, and they're not gonna feel like they're feeling appreciated, like
Hmm.
or but at the same time I do not agree with my thing is say like a customer delivered like no how did it sorry my bad trying to catch my words so people understand. Okay, so say like a customer literally put something in the food and brought it back and said, "Oh, this was in here." I'm not gonna agree with them.
I don't agree with that because a team chef like, what do we do?
We show them the food.
Or we make a video, we make
Yeah,
a short
we
video.
always have videos of what we
Majority,
did.
so And majority of
That's
this,
what my thing is. I agree with them, but I'm not gonna agree with a customer that's gonna be disrespectful and rude and do something on purpose
mhm,
to, get their way kind of thing. But I do agree that yes, customers are always right just because you want to make sure they're feeling welcome because they'll still come back to your restaurant because your food is good. They'll still come back even if you told them, oh no, that's wrong. Oh no, you're not always right kind of thing. They're still gonna come back and you want them to feel comfortable coming back. Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? So that's why I think making them return feeling appreciated and welcome, that's a good thing. Like that's yes, customers are always right, but then there's some customers that can go overboard. Not even just in the food industry, like in like clothing, hardware, and shit like that. Like customers can go overboard sometimes. Because I've been like, I don't mess with when it comes to certain things that I order or I have to go pick up sort of thing. If I know I'm right for certain things, like say like I ordered something and it was broken and I brought it back, that's a different story, right?
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Just like food, if someone ordered something and like something wasn't right, then they're right. But if they deliberately put something in the food, then they're wrong. That's my opinion.
That's it. They're right. That's why I always tell them, like, look, like yesterday when dude kept coming in, I'm like, yo, listen, you know what I mean? You came in here, I wasn't like, first he's like, oh, whatever or something. He came in, I'm like, I got no more rice and peas. But I'm like, I just all do for you. I'll put on some white rice and you cook them because I got to order with Skip and then you come pick it up at the same time. He kept
Mhm.
coming back, kept coming like, yo, listen, you came in here, right? And you see me, I ran out of everything, so I had to put more rice. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I had to put it on for you. So you got to give it a minute. I didn't want it to cook. I'm not gonna sit here and sell you raw food. Like you know what I mean? This is what things like okay, yeah, you're right. So when he came back, he's like, damn,
And notice that he came back.
he's like, damn, you hook it up. I'm like, yeah, because what? I waited, and you know what I mean? We're not wasting each other's time. So
Right.
I gave you a little bit extra more than what you get, and you'd have been paying $16 for a $12 meal. You see what I'm saying? So not like I gave him a large, I just gave him a cocoa bread plantain or liquid. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of a little bit extra everything. Same thing with the thing, the thing driver, the guy that called for the large jerk. That was the other dude, Andre's boy. I call him
Mhm.
like, yo, I do close that thing, right? You always order at this time. You gotta call a bit more. Call the restaurant yourself. He's like, yeah, I know, whatever. I'm like, I have no recipes. I'm like, he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you got white rice. I'm like, yeah. So there you go. It's all about you talk to these people. You gotta know what they want, know what they will accept, know what they wouldn't accept. You know what I mean? And for us, it's like they know people don't turn on anything because they know we could cook it. It cooks good. It tastes good. Like like the customer is always right, but in a way, it's that. That's the only way I don't think they're right is when they come and try to you know do their own thing and like throw your stuff around your shoes, your bike. Like remember when one day the girl came and she's like, "Oh, it's nice in here, pretty cool in here in the summertime." And she tried to put her thing on the table and try to fucking comb out her hair. Like, what? You gotta leave. Get out right now. I don't work like that. And I mean, in that case, you're not a customer because you didn't buy anything. You just come in and asking random questions. At the same time, you're asking random questions, you're doing other shit. So right there,
Mhm.
you're not a customer yet.
So I got a next question. Okay, we got over that. I just had to throw that in. So I want to know what your definition is for customer service.
Customer service is.
Not just for a restaurant, for anything. Like, I'll give you an example. So, for example, when we call remember I called Canadian Tire. I
Hmm.
had to talk to the customer service about an item,
Hmm.
right? The tree or whatever.
Christmas tree, yeah.
For example, what do you think? For example, what is your definition of a customer service?
Customer service is like, um,
I
like
think
if I don't got something or if I have it, but if I don't have like, what, then let's say I have something,
you
right?
talk about the restaurant, man.
Right. Yeah.
Talk about like in general, like customer service, because we're not gonna have customer service like that. Like for example, like people like
I know.
it's for people in general. Like
I
my
know
thing
for
is,
like
I'll give you my
um
definition.
um like I think with customer service, a person that respectable, you know what I mean, just come in like, wait and appreciate what what you're doing with your time for them. And it's just, always like, it's easygoing, and it's like, you could talk like it's like your friend or something, you know what I mean? Somebody you share a conversation with, like, not personal shit, but shit that's going on. Yeah,
So
like, shit like you talk about it everyday shit, like, oh, did you see this shit on the news? Oh, did you see this shit?
yeah, like
That's like stuff like that. And then you
we're
guys
gonna
start,
get into that
yeah,
too.
you start getting a conversation, and then you start like, just talking, or like, you play this game, or you see this, or you have that, or that's what, like, people always say that to me. Oh, you got a PlayStation 4 here. I'm like, oh, that's how you get the internet. How do you get to watch all these shows? Internet through the PS4. So like, good cus that's for me. Like, I always do that too. I always try to talk to the cook or the cashier, like, you know what I mean, or how are you? How's your day? Like, when I go to Tim Hortons, like, people, they all have conversations. That's crazy. And before, because they know who I am, they know who we are. Like, just like when you go there, they say, hey, they try to talk to you, right?
Can you
They,
give me your definition?
yeah,
So I think my definition for customer service. I'm talking about like not just restaurant. I'm talking about like
I know. I just
on
that's
the phones, like you're on the phone with customer
yeah. Go ahead.
service.
That's your definition. Go ahead.
My thing is like I think customer service is basically a positive manner that reflects on the company, like whatever the company is. Like um, customer service is like it's something that, like you said, someone can call and they can give you as much information they have on the product, or if I can't even bring food up in this. I'm trying not to bring food up in this, so it's not all about food. But I think it's just like making sure their needs are met. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if they're looking for a product that they can't find online, you go in your computer system, look up that number that they're looking for, and then tell them the price and how much they have available, kind of thing. I think it's basically, I think it's just service. Um, it's making basically their need, like meets their needs. Like if I were to call a store looking for a tool, I expect the customer service to be like point on. They should know certain things that other people in that service wouldn't know, because they can transfer you to the right, like what do you call that, um stores, how do you call it, department.
Yeah, yeah, store department,
Yeah, so
or the other location where the department has the stuff.
so now I'll use like example, like say like whew, a customer came in the restaurant, right? And their food wasn't what they desired, like what they wanted, what they expected. I'm gonna return their money and I'm gonna give them a free meal, kind of thing. Like, that's a good customer. That's what I'm thinking, in my opinion. Or if like, say like we were selling plates or cups and the customer didn't like it for some reason, maybe the material, like, the cup wasn't how they wanted it, the design wasn't how it was. So what I would do is I would give them a full return, like, um, I think customer service is based on answer their questions that they have in honesty, and basically be honest with the person. Like if say like a product wasn't good and they've heard bad feedback on it, let that customer know, like, this product ain't the best. It is a little on the cheaper side, kind of thing. Like,
Right.
give them honest feedback on any product or anything that they're trying to purchase, because then they'll know you're being honest with them, and they'll know like, okay, they've had bad reviews, they've had bad returns from it. You know, making sure the customer understands, like, I think customer service is all about that too. Like, make them understand easily. Like, basically, don't give them a runaround. Like, where they can understand what you're trying to say to them. Like, make sure it's like you said, make sure like the conversation is like enjoyable. Like, where they had a good experience with you. They'll give you feedback on the website. Like, I talked to so and so for customer service, and
Mm-hmm.
They were very helpful kind of thing. Made them feel like, just make it. You don't have to be friendly because you don't know the person, but have respect for that person kind of thing, like whoever you're talking to. I think customer service is based on that. You agree or what?
I agree.
So we're gonna talk about poor customer service too, because boy oh boy, I've experienced not poor customer service, but some people don't know what they're doing. They should be in that department. Like I think my thing is for customer service, don't put people on hold. That shit drives me nuts. Like I don't mind like a 2 minute hold because they're busy or whatever. They have phone calls coming, but don't never put people on hold. That pisses me off. Like way too long. Like for 5 minutes or so, I'm hanging up. I don't care. I'll call back and ask for another customer service representative, whatever those people are called. Um, Asking the customer to repeat themselves drives me nuts because your ass heard them the first time. That's like me saying, "Oh, do you have this product and this and that, and how does this work, and what time you guys are open, etc." And then they go, "Can you repeat yourself?" That's gonna drive me nuts. I'm hanging up on you, period, because you heard what I said, right? That's the next thing. Um, just like at a restaurant, someone called, right? They said, "Oh, do you have this or do you have that, this and that?" And we say, "What did you say?" They're gonna be like, you heard the person, right? So that's poor customer service right there.
Hmm.
That would drive me nuts, so I wouldn't do it to someone.
On your cell phone,
And
on
even
your
like,
cell phone while you're supposed to while you already took the
yeah,
customer's money.
yeah,
Just you know what I mean, doing your own thing, like talking about hold on, 5 minutes gone, you didn't start yet. You know what I mean? 10 minutes later you wanna start preparing. Like so that's like, you know, what's the next one? Just like what you want, like no, we don't have it. Like, oh, we don't got it. No,
right.
like shit like that. That's like I
You
hate.
go there and they
I just
have
want
it.
to slap you in your fucking face when you do that shit. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Yeah, like so negative
What's the next
language
one?
too. Like
What?
negative language and rude behavior and
Oh,
attitude. That's
all
poor.
right. You want a burger with cheese, fries? Yeah, you're taking my order, but you're not even looking at me. The fuck is wrong with you? Like
Exactly.
you're
Rude
in you're
behavior.
in your phone. Like, come on, now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's too much.
That's the next thing. Rude behavior and bad attitude. And using like negative language, like even what TMG just brought up. That's poor customer service.
Terrible.
My next thing is this, and you have to agree with me, babe. Okay. So when I asked for a product, right? I asked for if they had Christmas trees. Yeah, that was. This is not. I'm just saying in general.
Mm.
So I asked them, "Oh, do you have this product?" So I gave them the number. And they said, "Oh, I'm a trans, I'm gonna transfer you to seasonal department." Did that did that person not only transfer me, but transfer me to auto service? I said, "What the fuck?" So there's an auto service department. So I go, "Oh, sorry, they the automatic." I said, "Look, they transferred me to the wrong department. I'm looking for seasonal." So he transferred me to the right department. That's bad like poor customer service. I cannot stand that shit. Like that, I don't like that. It's just like you should know, like a tree is not gonna be an auto service, even if you can't remember like the department code or whatever. You have it in front of you. Go
Mm.
stop being lazy and go look it up to transfer the people into the right service. That's just like me transferring someone into freaking clothing when they're looking for food. Like, get it out of here. That shit,
That's
that
funny
shit
as
pisses
fuck.
me off. Like,
What else?
next thing is if you're customer service and you know certain things, don't tell the person to go check on the website because that's why they're calling you in the first place because they can't find the shit on the website. So they're calling you to see if you have the item in your store. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell them, oh, go check out the website, because that's just being lazy. And that means you're just sitting there. You're not even trying to do your job. That's the next thing I hate when people do. You wanted to add anything there?
What else
Add
going on?
anything? No?
I don't know. It's always like scratching yourself, playing with your hair, or just doing dumb shit like this, or scratching yourself every like fucking a minute or
No, I'm joking.
that's customer service like that. And that's it. You gotta. That's why I said majority of the time I think the customers are always right. That's why I try to be on my game, my A game all the time, even if it's simple shit. Like
Okay, so we're talking about poor customer service, so excellent customer service. Okay. My first thing is to listen to your customer and what they have to say. Kind of get to know the customer, like not like, oh, be their friend, but get to know what their personality kind of thing. If it's over the phone, you guys still get to know like how they are. You can tell a customer you can tell if a customer is like in a bad mood or in a good mood type of thing.
yeah, by their voice.
Yeah, by their voice. So even if they're rude to you and they're in a bad mood, just be friendly. Like, just smile away kind of thing. It's not being fake. It's being professional. Like, they're in a bad mood because of a product or something went wrong with your company and they just want to figure out what's going on. So just kind of be like, this is what I can give you kind of thing. Be honest with them. Like, take in what they're trying to say to you kind of thing. You know, and just respond like, um, with positive, feedback, or even if they're in a bad mood, like I said. Um, being friendly, saying thank you and stuff like that is good too. But like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, my thing is, even if they give you feedback, use it kind of thing, and even ask for feedback because sometimes like a company might have a product or even the food. Like for example, say like a customer is calling because of a certain whatever, and they're trying to like, how do I say this? So I don't really use food in this situation because how do I say this? Give me a sec. Ask for their feedback, meaning like, um, how did my customer service go, or how was it, like kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And use the feedback kind of thing. Like if they said, oh, you can work on certain like areas in your customer service, like you can answer a question because, or give them an answer for like a certain item in your store, then they might let you know like maybe you should do a little more like more not research because you're not gonna go research your store, but I don't know how to say it. How would you say, like, to give feedback on something that you're kind of weak in. Like say like for example, I would not know if I worked in like a store that sells batteries for cars, or even if they sell like seasonal stuff. There's no way I can tell you how this battery would work, or but as a customer service person, you gotta kind of like know the store. That's what you get paid for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me, if I got feedback with that, I would just take it and use it kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Like for us, we have to know our dishes, like what goes in it, what doesn't go in it kind of thing. So like if um what do you call it? Like that's like we know our product or our service. We know how we're supposed to, you know, how our dishes come out and how it's cooked. So we have to know that. That's a good customer service for us. Okay. Anything else, babe? For excellent
Everything that you said was right on.
for
Yeah, I'm
excellent
saying.
service.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
to
I
that.
want to ask you, how would you deal with customers' problem in general, not just like food, but in general, how would you deal with it? If a customer came and said, "Look, um, you put veggies in my shit, and I don't like veggies, and etc. etc." Would you go at them like a certain way, or would you be calm?
Okay.
Yeah, see, you gotta remain calm when customers come in. Doesn't matter if it's clothing, if it's tools, if it's food. You gotta remain calm because then it's like you don't want them to start lashing out on you more. That's the first thing you gotta do. Remain calm because it might be hard to bite your lip and do all that, but you gotta remain calm because you'll just make the situation worse. The next thing is I notice like I notice on the phone when you're talking to someone, you're trying to get they repeat back what you said to them so it's clarified because I always say this shit is being recorded, right? So if they say, oh, if I went and called the store and said, oh, I need help with this product, and then they repeat back, oh, so you need help with this product. So there's proof, like you repeated it back to the person of what the problem is, and then you have proof that you even they might like say like they switch it and say, "Oh, no, I was talking about this," and you repeat it back to them saying, "No, this is your problem, so I'm trying to deal with this problem. Why are you bringing the next problem into the same this problem?" So basically, repeating back to the customers to make to make sure that that's what they said and you understand what they're saying, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like, because they can customers like people can be rude, but once again you gotta remain calm and you gotta make sure you understand what their problem is, kind of thing.
Right.
Next thing is you can to deal with the problem you can tell them the steps to take to resolve that problem. Like say like I want to return something
Hmm.
to a place. They should give you steps by step, like what to do. Like, oh, this is the address you return it back to. This is the label that we're gonna send you a label. Just like for clothing, like for example, I wanted to return clothing that I didn't like, whatever. They will give you no. Let's use Amazon, not clothing. So for example, they will give you step by step instructions. So they'll send you back the return label through email. You won't. They'll tell you that you won't have to pay for the return. They'll tell you, oh, when you get the email, you have this amount of time to return. What are you doing? You have this amount of time to return this item. So they're basically telling you step by step, like we're gonna send you a label. You go to your post office. You give them it. Make sure you package your label or your returning items. Like giving step by step instructions is a good thing, you know. Um, what else can we talk about? Basically, like um, be secure, Um, I don't know how to say this. Uh, how do I say this? I don't know. Just secure yourself, but at the same time, like have sincere for people. Like I don't even know how to explain that. How would you explain that? Like make sure you're not being no kind of threat, but at the same time, make sure you know that you understand what the people are saying too. Like have some sincerity to them too. Okay.
It's like,
For example, say like a customer didn't like the food, like I said in the previous, basically you can tell them like, look, what we can do is, you know, um, We insure your money back.
Mm.
Um, but also, like, I don't know, like, if they want to have another meal, like, they want their money back, but we're giving them another meal, make sure they tell us, like, if they want spice or non-spice kind of thing.
Mm.
And some people can't handle spice, some people want more spice. So if they weren't like satisfied with the dish, we would insure their money back and we would like, make it a proper, make it how they want it kind of thing.
Right.
Also, next thing is like when you're dealing with customers, just thank them for bringing up the situation, like the issue to your attention,
Mm-hmm.
like let them know, thank you for letting me know the food was, what
Like
not what you
this or this
expected
or
kind of
something when
thing.
that happen. Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, we're gonna tell them.
Like, it's good to hear feedback from anybody's opinions. Like, it doesn't matter if you think they're wrong or right. But yeah, basically we're gonna touch on everything that we talked about. Whew. So basically in the beginning we talked about like small business talks, like inexpensive marketing, how to market your business, you know, um, video content, email, newsletter. We were talking about the email and newsletter because I kind of want to do that. I'm still thinking about it, but I still want to do it. We also talked about, what are some strengths in businesses. We also talked about the WSOT, which is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Talked about that. We talked about keeping a financial score, how to improve in your business, set goals, etc.
Leadership.
Just running back on what we talked about so far, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about menu pricing. What else did we talk about? Trying to remember all this stuff. Being creative, stay organized. Um, Potential changes that could happen that you don't expect.
Yeah. Yeah, slow days could turn into busy days. Your busy days could turn into slow days.
Hmm.
Mm, we talked about.
We talked about how to start a business,
Mm-hmm.
a small business,
Yeah,
conducting your research,
support business,
your location, prices,
support small business.
writing a business plan. What else did we talk about? The recent one was business nine. We talked about like leaders, negotiations, job interviews,
Mm-hmm.
um, meetings, etc., etc. Yeah, basically, I'm just touching base on what we already talked about. If you want to watch those ones, you can go watch those episodes. Yeah, what do you want? Babe, it's on you now.
Uh,
We talk about anything because this is like our last like business talk, but not really. We're gonna be talking about other stuff.
oh yeah, we talked about
We're gonna be doing
possible.
like a promotion stream yard for anybody that wants to come promote their stuff.
Um, people just what do you call it? Just for people running business. I hope this this next thing that they say that's gonna be here. That could be a crash on all business too because it's not only that it's gonna be all business. So that's crazy.
I noticed we didn't really talk about like
Yeah, we
recipes.
might have to get ready for
Hmm?
the next possible
We
next
haven't really talked about what do you call it?
um
Recipes.
yeah, because our recipes.
No, like in general, like how do you say this? Like not our recipes, but like um I actually have a next plan coming up too. But it's not gonna be like where we're gonna be on here doing that stream. Like what my plan is really I can't say it because I wanna do it kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing. But like when we do this next stream,
Mm-hmm.
like our next level of streaming, it's gonna be mostly at the restaurant, and it's
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna be like every mm, probably Mondays, and I'm not even gonna say I'm not gonna make a date because I don't know if that's gonna actually be those days. I don't want to tell you guys this and then we're not, because like right now we're busy too, so we gotta make sure it's days that we're not at the restaurant doing service like that. But I wanted to do something that is gonna be neat. I can't lie. But I am doing ladies' night Sundays after 8:30. It's just for like um a lot of women don't. They just go to work, or even if they just have their own work business. They just basically is all focused on that. They don't get time to go out with their ladies because of all this social distance, etc. So I decided to do like a stream yard for ladies only. And I can't let you men in unless you're buying a bottle. I'm just playing. But yeah, it's just like I'm letting you guys know that too. So if you're watching, you want to just have a little half an hour or even 10 minutes of ladies night out, you're welcome to come in. But yeah, this is basically this episode is our 10th episode. We talked about businesses and like how to start a business. Just a little intake. We're not doing like every detail because people might run in a different way. But I think
Talk about recipes. I don't think.
we're not doing recipes because obviously, I have something else for recipes. You'll see the title will say this recipe, and then we'll do like it'll just be different stuff. I got a plan, but we didn't know about this. Cause no, I just came in my head right now. But I gotta do one thing. Sorry.
Right. Duh.
I have a plan though. You'll like it too. I think you'll agree with me.
So what's next? What's next?
I don't know. I can talk a lot, but like tonight's just like one of those nights where I'm just mellow and
Ginger.
chill. What do you want to talk about?
Mm, talk about, you know what I mean? And you're stocking up and stuff.
Yeah, our next thing is like there's not off topic, but it would help people. Right now, I think for everybody, you should start stacking up on certain things, like not just money. I think like I think people should start stacking up on certain household items or certain things. 'Cause I feel like you know it's good to stack up regardless of the situation because things can get really ugly and like stay for a bit.
Just like that.
Yeah, like right now, I'm even though we have stuff here and at the restaurant, I was thinking like I want to stock up on big, um, like rice and flour and oil and like just little things, even packs of noodles. Um, you know, I think with the flour, I think every household should stock up on flour because you can make anything with flour pretty much. And sugar, like sugar, you don't need too much of sugar or salt, but I'm just saying, like, if you have those items, sometimes people like stacking up, like they need eggs and certain things, but I think with flour you can do so much with, and it would help you. It would save you a lot from not only like making different meals out of the flour, like you can make pizza dough, you can make your own bread, you can make um, cake, you can make dumpling, you can make just like a simple flat bread or you know I think flour is one thing. This I'm just gonna be In my opinion, I think flour is one that you should stock up on. Um, what do you call it? Flour, sugar,
Rice.
rice, um,
Okay.
oil.
Another
Not too
one.
much of oil. What's good? But I think like certain things you should start stocking up on. And I even say toilet paper, but my thing is even if you couldn't get toilet paper, there's like people went I remember when people went crazy over toilet paper, like they never thought of
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
they never thought of like oh thank you. They never thought of like like not just toilet paper but like you can get napkins and stuff like that if it really came down to that, I remember people going crazy over toilet paper because this and that, but like if you really set your mind to it, you can find things like that are close to toilet paper, like napkins and like I want like just different things that are like and that's the next thing. People aren't crazy over it, even though they could just easily go wash their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it should be people should have went crazy over soap and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think with
Right.
like certain things, people go overboard.
I think we just stack up on.
Because if you ran out of toilet paper in this world,
I think
right,
like
and there's
stuff
napkins, like use that
like
wipes, like.
corned beef, bread. Just like it's like a lot of canned
But
foods
I
like
think
that.
with
So
bread, you
maybe.
can make your own bread,
So,
Yeah, like I think in general, like people are crazy over toilet paper. I think like the closest next thing for toilet paper is napkins, wipes, like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I think like if I were to really, really stock up on shit, it'd probably be rice, pastas, flour, oil, sugar. I would have to have at least a small pack of sugar, um, salt, and like seasonings, noodles, canned stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? I think.
Toothpaste.
No, I mean like you know what I mean. Like if like toilet paper was like out of like in this whole entire city and country, I'd look for napkins and wipes. Paper bags. And then they have like those paper towels that are like the soft ones. Like shit like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I paper towels, you're funny. That's a good one though. Maybe I might use it. Not joke. But like I think like in general, like if there was no toilet paper at all, they have wipes. They have you know, paper towel that are soft. Yeah. They have
Try to keep some extra to it.
yeah, like I'm just saying like say like you had that extra toilet paper and like God forbid like where's wood? Oh my god. I don't like knocking. God forbid like that extra toilet paper you had went. I'm personally I would go for wipes. I don't give a shit. Because you can find a pack of wipes that are probably softer than toilet paper. I'd go for paper towel that's soft. You know those
Yes,
soft paper towels? I'd go for napkins because you never know. Like if you what if you ran out of the extra toilet paper and you couldn't find it anywhere? I wouldn't do paper bags because why? That'd be rough.
um,
But you know what I mean. Like I think I'd
but
probably
that's kind of true though. What if you had to do it? Get a parent back.
no I would if well you know what I mean like but like I don't know like I would go like I think the main things are water too. Like if you still get water in your taps, like we don't like drinking tap water, but we kind of run out of water. The only time we drink tap water is with our juice. And I know it makes no sense because like yeah, I know. They didn't always have toilet paper. Um, shit, use a leaf if you have to. I just wash your ass
Yeah,
with it.
some green leaf.
But like I'm trying to say, like what is this thing? You got me off board. Um, fuck, goddamn. Even like I know you guys might think it's wrong, but like in like certain poor countries right now, they use like what do you call it? Like the like for example, my daughter she has diapers, but like I know some people use those cloth. What are those cloth diaper things? What is the difference of like if we were to run out of toilet paper or we couldn't get any items for our ass? You have clothing.
That's true. I ain't never seen. Have I seen was
They have those like
I don't know, but
baby.
I noticed all these new old school, new school Western movies. They got toilet paper.
Well, they are movies, right? What was I gonna say? I was saying
That
something.
is something to think about.
Yeah, so we the only disgusting.
Right.
Okay, I'm just trying to be funny, okay? So like what do you call it? Not clothing, but like they have those diapers that are they call them the cloth diapers.
Nappies,
What?
nappies.
Yeah, not yeah, those things. I've never used them because I'm not a fan of like watch like watch like you said it's disgusting, but
Yeah.
let's change the subject. So like we don't use our tap water besides making juice because TMG has this thing where like there's no difference because we're still drinking it, but at least juice is added. And juice is very sweet, so juice can kill like that taste of certain things. But like we don't really use tap water. We have bottled water, like bottled water. But if it came down to where we're still getting clean tap water, but like we couldn't get we couldn't get bottled water, I would still drink the tap water.
Something with that.
We got
Yeah.
but I'm uncomfortable
The-
with that idea. No, I know what you mean. I would be uncomfortable too, but I'm just saying, like, how about wipes? Okay, we're gonna stick to wipes because those are clean. They clean your ass and you smell better. But just go take a shower. That's what I think of. Like, just go in the shower. But put your ass to it. I'm joking. I'm just playing out. They're gonna probably think I'm crazy. I'm just like I think crazy sometimes. But like even with like water, if the world went crazy and we didn't have water, that'd be a different situation. But or if the water was contaminated or anything, that'd be bad for us because people would be going crazy over um what do you call it? People would be going crazy over water, like bottled water, so we wouldn't get that. But I think there's a way where no, that I can't even think about knock on wood. We need water in
Stop
general.
knocking on wood. I'm thinking someone's
You
knocking.
think
Like, what
someone's
the
at the
fuck?
door? Oh wow. But yeah, I'd go crazy if we couldn't get water. Yeah, I think water would be a big deal because you couldn't cook, you couldn't clean, you couldn't, you know, drink it, you couldn't bathe. Like, I would go fucking nuts. Like, I'm miserable as fuck if I don't get in my shower.
Yeah.
And me, I'm just like, I love my showers. Like, I
I
have to
need
have
some.
water on
I
my
don't care
body.
what it is, a coffee or a tea or hot chocolate or
Yeah, like you
uh,
need water. That's
I
a
need
big deal.
something hot in the morning.
hmm
Like, I mean, you know,
I think the water would be the big deal though. Like, I'd go crazy. Like, I'd be like killing people. I swear to God. I need my shower because even my daughter, like, she has to be showered because she's so miserable. She doesn't get her shower. Like, it's just one of those. Like, I like the feeling of water being on, like, just cleaning my body, cleansing me. I don't care if I can be sitting here. If I could sit here all day and didn't sweat or anything, I would still go in the shower. Like, there's just It's water. I have to have water on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just miserable without it. I think that'd be like a main big deal because water
I
you
can't
need it
lie though.
everywhere.
So I remember when I used to bathe in, when I used to just be in beer, bathe in beer or cold water, like take a shower, beer or cold water. That's great. Mm.
But with like, I think water in general, like cold water, because you can easily boil water if you need it hot water. If it came down to that, if the hot water for some reason was out, I'm boiling water to clean my dishes, or I'm boiling water to, put in the tub
Mm-hmm.
to like, I don't give a shit. Survival type of shit here. But I think water is the main thing. Like
Yeah.
water you need. I don't
See, it's
care if
not
it's
like
cold or not.
out of the island though. You could like run up and buy a sugar cane, something like that if you're thirsty. Oh, shit.
What do you say?
Nothing.
Sure. In worst case scenario, we could
Maybe.
probably figure out how to use ocean water. True. True, because I think like when
Ocean.
you kill bacteria, it's boiling it, right? They say boil your water, da da da, right? Because we never um with my I can't say with my daughter, we didn't use formula with her, but with my son, I used formula for a bit, and that's only because I was doing like school and like doing stuff like whatever. But even with like that, like we never use water from the tap. We had to, it'd be like I didn't feel comfortable using it because like, but with ocean water, you can pretty sure you can probably like
You boil it,
boil it,
boil it,
boil it down to a
because I'm gonna
T.
tell you like um back home, like when you go to the riverside, like you get the water.
Salt.
There's
Yeah, that's
rivers.
what I'm
We don't like
salt is like the ocean water. Whew.
yeah, that's the salt water. It's like the beach. That's like
But I'm
but
sure we can like
but you see like in the
boil
island you don't have to go to the you don't have to go to the what do you call it uh I mean that's for some like for here, but in the island people don't have to get ocean water. They just go to the well or they go to the river. They got sea choices. Get that bucket down the well, put the water up. The islands are always gonna have that.
mm.
Or you just go to the river and then you always bring the water back and boil it. And then you know what I mean, let it sit there for like 3 hours before you put it in the fridge. You know what I mean? And then you're good.
I think we need water for everything, like even
Oh,
to make a simple ass little porridge, or because you gotta look at it. If we were out of certain things and we couldn't get it, even milk or almond milk or whatever, even to make like anything, you need water, like period. So I think right now,
like the best place to be to survive some shit like that is the island.
yeah, the island. I think
Island
so too.
because you can't run out of water. Um, that's why you see everybody, all these rappers and all these little TV show series do their buying up properties in
The
the
islands
island
have a natural filter, and yeah, that's how I'm saying. If
because
it came down to, I'm taking a plane. I don't give a fuck.
the island has
We're just
all of
think
that. Yo, you could walk on an island and walk on the rocks and walk up like us up to a cave and find clean water, like clean water. Like the water was so clean you could see your like you look in that water, you could see yourself looking back, like your reflection looking back at you. Like and then the river now is kind of like if you go there and you do that, you might throw a rock in there and the water might turn dirty. And
You want to know something? I
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
thinking,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good part. The rain,
yeah,
all of
that's how I
that.
was just about to say. Like, for water, right? If we had to do it, we just get our buckets and on a
Just think about it.
rainy days,
You could always like you could always do something. You know what I mean?
there's always a
And
way.
you don't gotta worry about something like in the island of rain. There'll be like it'll
So
be like a
natural.
it'll be like a little storm, and then by like 1 o'clock in the daytime, 2 o'clock, everything's good, the sun's shining. Like you're outside again. Everyone's outside cleaning up, cooking. So the island's more like something you can survive, something like that.
Hmm.
Anywhere, not just like Jamaica or like or anywhere in the Caribbean, or even like just on an island where there's water, or there's at least there's a cave. Where there's a cave, there's always water,
Hey,
clean,
babe.
clean water.
Never mind about collecting water. You can, if it showers, you can, or if it rains, you can shower yourself. That's not true. Just saying, we came down here. There's options.
So, but
Oh, next thing, if we were here because we're in Canada, right, or anywhere that snows, and that shit happened to us, you can just collect snow. You can
no,
collect snow,
I rather it.
right? I'm just going crazy. Maybe it's past my bedtime. It's 11:11 right now. Make a wish. Yeah, I'm on the west coast and water is starting to dry up. That sucks. That's why I think people like they should cherish the water that they have and the shit that they have. Like my thing is like survival is
See what
serious.
I mean? That's why you gotta stack up. I know everyone's gonna be going crazy for water bottle.
Hmm.
Like that's some shit you wanna think of. See, a lot of people don't think like that. Like,
A lot of people are on that level where they want to
you're
buy this and show off this and show
you're
off that.
probably
But
just
when it
like,
comes
damn,
to
I gotta get some water.
survival, they ain't gonna survive. Alive, babe?
I'm on the West Coast. Let me get.
That is my opinion. Like I think a lot of people. I'm not just saying I'm here, but where I'm from too. Like in general, where I'm from. The people that show off, they have this, they have that, they show off so much, right? But when it comes down to that day where, they say, save for a rainy day type of shit, they would not survive. They'd
I
be
rather
regretting all that shit.
I rather it rain every day than snow. Like I rather we have not like, but you know what? I take that back. I rather the snow than a flood any day. But even if the snow anyway, the floods. So I don't know. Like, you know what I
Still are
mean?
on the street. I'm
I
joking.
didn't know y'all water was drying up like that.
I'm just saying, I think people should be thankful for what they have. Like like even on here, like people like to show off this, show and tell kind of thing. Oh, I got this. What the fuck do you got? Kind of thing. But when it comes to survival, they want to survive. All that shit that they have, that they got, and this and that, right? Yeah, they might have a furniture to set up, but all that extra shit that they have to, oh, you don't got this, or you got your thing's small, you're this and that, this and that. You
Some
would
people
never survive in like
people
if
don't
a
understand,
survival
you know.
shit came down to it.
People don't yeah. People don't understand no, like,
We don't care about that.
yo, the way you gotta think now survive. Like
Yeah, like
you people don't understand, like this is what we went through. We just went through almost 2 years of just like,
a lockdown.
lockdown, off lockdown, on lockdown, and it's just like, yo, you gotta think like, yo, I gotta put more into me, keep me and my family. My family has to have all this buying all supporting all these big ass brands
Mhm.
that was going through all through the pandemic. So it's out California, okay, right?
Those brands make more
Like
money
you gotta
than
understand like why you would you want to be spending on these big ass people ordering all this shit, and you know what I mean? But you gotta think about saving for you for
yeah,
survival.
you got struggle.
You gotta
And you
people don't
good.
think, yo, like, yo, shit's like certain shit. It's not how it used to be. It's not
My
how it
thing is,
used to be.
I'm thankful for what I have. I don't care if I lived in a shack or a fucking hut or a small apartment or I'm renting this. I'm thankful for what I have. Because I'm telling you, man, when survival um, lifestyle comes, you guys are not going to make it. That's how you
You
think.
gotta know how to
I'm
survive.
sorry. Show and tell motherfuckers that be on
Yeah,
here too and where we live, show and tell people like that, they're not
it's
going
not
to be
even
able to
that. Like,
survive,
I
period.
gotta show you. Like, it feels like
Let me do
it
your
feels
show and
like
tell when survival shit
it feels
comes.
like it's what it feels like to me. To me, it feels like we're going on to round two of survival of the
Mhm.
fittest, and certain people that dropped out got eliminated and stayed in round one. That's what I feel like what's going on right now. Because if there's a next shit that comes out like that, that's what it's gonna feel like. Like I'm in round two. You know what I mean? I gotta survive. I gotta like if there's a next like whatever, I don't know what they're saying going that next virus. Fuck. Like. And they say like it takes like 3 months to create an next vaccine.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready for round two now.
Right. Yeah, that's true though. You have to have survival skills, not only just for hunting and fishing, but
Right.
you gotta be smart about
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
buying
You
and
take,
shit,
yeah, yeah,
and just buying whatever you want just to show and tell type of shit. Because those people that are on here and in our city saying, "Oh, you got this, you got that. I have more than you," and this and that, like showing off their little bitty whatever the fuck their whatever they have. Are they gonna be able to survive when it comes to that lifestyle? No, because they're so used to this.
yeah.
Oh yeah, this.
People don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that, but it's a reality what we in these days.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm thankful for.
The reality that the world, they say, oh, the new normal. The new normal is survival. Is about, you know what I mean? Like, see everybody doing it. Some people don't see. Even certain rich, like I'm not talking about like the people, like the people and the rich people, like the rich people that are regular rich people, like don't like they're not superstars, not billionaires, or like not every day out there in your TV, your magazine or whatever, your newspaper. They are not buying that shit like what they used to be no more.
Right.
They're wearing that big
I'm just
ass.
saying, like,
They're buying regular cheap shit, cheap pants and cheap
right,
shoes, and
right.
saving their money because they're
The
trying to
richest
survive.
people buying the cheapest
They're
shit.
trying to survive. They heard that people was man, y'all
That's why I'm so thankful for my
that's
small
why
ass kitchen. I'm so thankful for my lifestyle.
this restaurant,
I know if survival skills came, at
I'm
least
not
I know.
spending. We're not spending.
No, I'm
We've planned it
saving
to
for a rainy
ourselves.
day.
We've planned it to ourselves. We could pay our bills, pay off our bills. Like, pay
Mhm.
our cable bills here, pay our water bill, whatever. You know what I mean? Everything here. At the restaurant, you know what I mean? Because we got to pay two bills. So we got a lot of number plate, a lot. So we could do that and save money because
Mm,
we're not trying to spend none of our restaurant money for like maybe in the next like we're doing the same thing. Well, they took 18 months out of us.
I'm already with
We're
that.
gonna
I'm not.
we're
I'm
gonna
too.
save for 18 months. Right,
My
babe?
dad keeps CMG.
Right, babe?
We'll be able to grab a chicken and do what he has to do. I can probably like
No.
debone it and shit, but
Two,
I'm not doing the whole. I rather stick to fishing too. Like I would.
fishing. Oh yeah, you
If
know
I had
what?
to, I would.
You know what? I never like I tried fishing, but I never actually caught no fish. Like I remember going and like going on camping trips and like when I was a kid, like with like what maybe like 11, 12, and I never caught no fish. I used to be mad, and you know what I used to do? I used to like so as you know, I'm from Jamaica, right? So like what I did was like I used to like get it because Jamaica you could do a lot of things to get your fish, my nigga. Like you ain't gotta like have a fishing rod. You could have a bamboo and just
Okay.
set the bamboo in the river stream and the fish will jump right in the bamboo, whatever it is, crayfish or lobster, whatever you want. You get a mesh, throw it in the water and pull fish up and lobster. That's so easy
Mm.
it is, you know what I mean? So I never really too learned to fish like that because it was that easy, like you know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah,
that
here you
easy.
gotta like. Oh,
Yeah, it was that easy for me to get fish and like lobster, shrimp, crabs, crayfish.
tell
You know what I
you,
mean? All that
you
shit.
had the good lifestyle, crab
So
and all that coming on to you too.
like we never like growing up. I used to love that. Can't lie. If that's fishing, if I said you want to call it fishing, I don't call that fishing because it's too easy. It's too easy. Like so much tragedy. I used to just sit there and just like what, all right, I'm gonna catch like at least 20 or 30, 50. I used to just sit there, just go set the bamboo and then get the bamboo there. All the shrimps will find the bamboo, right? And then you just shake them out. Here they drop out like a whole bunch of them. You're like, if they're still shaking, you're like, yeah, you just get a plastic bag full of water and put them in there and just bring it home. You don't have to buy the water. You can just put the water in the back of the river. It's right there. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's crazy. And as I said, I've been cooking when I was like,
And
I
you
grew
have
up
that survival skill. Sorry,
I grew up and
listen, babe.
hmm?
You have that survival skill of starting a fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Like, so like, I know, I know when it
Yeah.
comes to that style, if we had to survive like that, I know
Mm,
we're good because like, Trust me. Even if we had the hand wash clothing, like I've done that years ago.
Yeah. So, okay. When you're growing up seeing certain things and just certain things, only certain things, especially when it's always done the same time at a certain time of day, like you get used to it. Like you get used to it. Like I used to watch like my pops, my uncle and them just roast breadfruit and they used to scrape it. And I still remember what they do. They scrape it, and I mean they let it cool, then they fry it and they put salt and pepper on it. Like and I still do this recipe up to this day. I remember my friends.
I see. What are
Oh,
you doing?
that's not me, my bad. Sure.
It's with the milk carton. Damn. You see, you know about some of the
See,
survival.
you know what's
My
going
next
on.
thing is like say like the shit goes back to lockdown, right? Or whatever. I know we need clothing. So I know if I have to hand wash clothing, I'm gonna do that straight up. I'm gonna
I
hang it
know.
around. It's gonna dry naturally. It's gonna be washed naturally. I'm gonna do it like that. That's survival skills. People back then they might. I'm not even saying back then, but like when there wasn't washers and dryers, what do you think they did? When there was just a washer or a dryer, some people just had a washer and they used to hang their clothes out backward.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that's how my
this would take
that's crazy too. Cause
that's fishing.
my
I went
grandfather,
fishing twice.
my
That's it.
grandfather is the one that take me fishing too. Like,
I
but
can
then
see them on
he
something.
died after that. He died after like the storm and shit. So yeah, but I remember he took me that one time.
Hmm?
I must have been like, well, I don't remember much. I was like young. I must have been like, I know he took me because I asked somebody did he took me before he died, and they're like, yeah. And funny how I remember that. I fucking fire. That's crazy. Yeah, fishing. Uh, as I said, I used to do fishing the cheap way, the easy way, the cheap code. You know what I mean? Get the bamboo.
That was the easy way.
But that's what we did it in the island. I was like, that's why I never. When I came to Canada, I'm like, that's what they fish. You know what I mean? I'm used to the
It's
big shit.
not
Like
just Canada
I'm
that
used
does
to
it
the
like
stuff
that.
that I see on the documentary channel, where like the history channel, where they're throwing that big net over the boat,
Not my
and pulling
cousins.
up stuff. But they gotta go like way up. But
Yeah, I think I've only been fishing twice, just
that's
twice.
good too.
I think I've only caught one
Oh,
fish.
my cousins. Okay, good
But
stuff.
I don't. I'm not like a fan of like a heavy fan of fishing, but I actually don't mind it. It's like peace and relaxing for me, to be honest, because it takes time to catch a fish, depending on where you're at. Like when I went fishing, it was like a while ago. We went to this place called Algonquin Park. It's a big ass it's a big ass park. Like you looked it up, it's like probably 5 hours away from here. But that shit was like it was so scary because like you can camp there too, right? And I was scared like the bears were gonna come because I think they had like bears on site and shit like that. So
I was cheese when I came to Canada. I'm like, wow, we gotta pay that much for a lobster and a shrimp.
it's
I was like, that's how people understand. That's why, like, yo, I
yeah.
was eating that shit from early. That's why when I was cooking that shit, people were like, oh, you cook that shit so good. I'm like, that's why I'm like, obviously you're not from Jamaica. You're lying. You're born here.
Hmm.
Because if you know, it's easy to catch shrimp on the beach anywhere. Like you get the crayfish. Where
Yeah.
the shrimp, you catch your crayfish at the river, you catch your like your shrimp and stuff by the same side you catch your lobster and your crab and all that shit. And the snappers, oh my god, the snappers are nothing like these snappers, man.
And
When
I
they're
trust me,
just coming out of the
the
salt
only
water.
way I'm gonna go on a plane is to go to Jamaica. I swear to God, I'm scared of planes, so that's the thing. I don't like heights, but
See,
I'll
I
go
never
there.
got
Like
on
you
the
know,
car.
my thing is, I think that's like our next kind of future type. Otherwise, than the restaurant, is that I want to build property out there, or at least you go claim your property and then we build. I know you don't want it because you know
I'm
you
gonna renovate something and do a little.
they just renovate it kind of thing. You know, maybe keep it just because like,
I'm trying to get the whole thing. I might just buy the whole thing.
Because
There's
you
a
have
place.
like
There's two
tangerine
places.
trees in
There's
there.
no. There's a place. Yeah. Like
But
there's a place. Remember the place I told you where you look over,
I
like
never
you look
hang out.
over, like you're looking over everything.
It can be as I go fishing, but I don't usually go just to catch. Oh, okay, see, I went camping. That's why I went camping
There's
with
like
my
you
friends and stuff.
for you to
So
come up, you gotta walk up. You gotta like come up the hill. Like you gotta go up. It's just like Beverly Hill. I'm telling you, like you gotta go up the hill, and it's like you could do anything. You could make like like a you know what I mean, a way to drive up the garage. And through garage, you do a lot of shit. You could build a fucking mini. Like remember, we're talking about Jamaica. Like you could put a lot of money in that.
I know, like I think what we should do with your property is just renovate it. And I know, like I went.
I'm sorry, I don't want to live around I love it. I'm not trying to live around no
I
haunted
know
shit.
it's
I
haunted
had
and
too
stuff.
much bad memories and
I
too much
know, but
haunted
I'm not
stories
saying live
that
in it,
yeah.
but like just at least keep it for like renovate and just keep it where it is. Like so you have history, like Kieran, Shaquan, Janine can go there and you say
Listen,
this is
listen,
my
listen, listen,
that's
listen.
property type of thing. When because they might have like a different view at it than how we're looking at it right now. So
You're gonna
you
make me
never
have
know.
nightmares tonight.
Hmm?
You're giving me flashbacks.
I know, man, but like I'm just saying, like we're not gonna renovate it, but we don't have to live in it, or just have it for like a history. Sometimes you gotta let the past go, kind of thing.
No, yeah.
But I know you had a lot of history there, so I think just renovating your property would be nice and just leave it for history for your kids, kind of thing. Because when if we
No,
if
wait, what's up
you
with
know
this knocking?
I
What
have
is
to
that?
knock on wood, okay? Sorry.
Oh,
If
what are you
like
knocking on? That sound like you're knocking.
yeah, because I want to say
Like
something.
you're
I don't want
being
like anything to
goodbye.
happen. Anyways,
If you can. Yeah.
would be a goodbye if goodbye property. Like
Uh,
he has
see,
property out
I
in
don't know.
Jamaica, but I want to
MC
just
comes
renovate it.
I don't know. I don't know. Like it's kind of sticky because then I got other family members that probably wanna it's crazy. Like it's different. It's different. Like yo, I'm trying to tell you. Like I don't. I'm good.
Yeah, we in the same house. Yes, we are. That's how we do our stream yards. We're just talking like this because if we were beside each other, we'd probably be interrupting each other, and but that's how we do it.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, back to
But
my
I think like with your
yeah.
property on Jamaica, right? You can uh like renovate it and then just have it for history. Like our kid, like they'll have it too for their kids, their grandkids, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Don't we're not gonna live in it, but like just have it for history type of shit. Because you gotta look at the pennies. Like these kids are not gonna know what a penny is because they don't have it here no more.
Yeah.
Chef, Lady Tim's in the bathroom. No, actually, I'm not in the bathroom.
Anyways,
Oh well.
continue.
Anyways, yeah, we are in the same household. You already know that. I'm not in the bathroom. What the fuck? What the? Anyways,
2 minutes ago.
yeah, like I think is it by resort? No, it's like it's where is it, babe?
It's
How's it?
it's by most by Trelawney, like Maroon Town, it's like way like it's like by where the Maroons like mostly like Indian Jamaicans are.
So
Yeah, it's
he's
not like Coolie, like I mean like Coolie Indians, not like Indian, like like shit like that, like the Maroons and stuff like. But I don't know if you know those places, but yeah, but it's like, but there's a next place that my uncle had that I wanted because I think that place is better because you can see anybody that's coming up from the back. You can see like if they're coming, like anybody that's coming up, like you gotta like it's like It's like a hill, and you like they already have ways where you could drive cars up around and park and shit like that. I wanted to get that because I could build like a little tall, kind of looking thingy building, and just like yeah, 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 yeah. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Thanks, my nigga. Like yeah, so yeah, like something like that, and it's like the property in the island, it's cheap. So I was thinking of something like that, the gates and the cameras.
I know what you mean, but like I'm saying with your property, keep it for history, you know?
I know, but that's the idea.
Because you have like
But
tangerine trees and shit like that.
I know,
What?
but we got them at this spot too. We got
I
yam,
know,
we
but
got
you don't
apple,
understand
we
what I'm
got
saying. Like, keep it.
breadfruit tree, we got like cane, we got a whole like I got like we got the same thing that my dad has left on his property. We got
I
veggies,
know, but
they
then you
got
have two properties. Like, one can be for history, one for can be you can
me
build
say
off
me
it.
not like that. Me not like up to say shit.
Why you being such a pussy, man? If you don't invest in it, I'm gonna invest in it. How about that?
Yeah,
I'll just have people that aren't chicken to go, you know. Maybe you can kind of like spirits away.
nah, man, that's crazy.
You can't be like that though, because you never know what your kids grow up to be like. You know,
Mm.
they might be into that shit, but they want to see Duffy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Like there's kids that grow up to want and want to go explore the world just to see ghosts and shit. Like you know what I'm
Stop talking.
saying?
But yeah, that's a style though, like the Airbnb shit, like uh,
Having one foot in the door. Having properties like
but
having
in
one
the
foot in the door.
yeah,
He doesn't want to do anything with this
yeah,
property because it's built like
you
near
gotta
a
understand
graveyard
though,
and
like
stuff.
the reason why this part, right? It's like I nigga, like before you like really, you gonna you want to build like a house, build out, renovate, and all that stuff, and then it's like graveyard, and then like not even that, there's like five graves before you come in. Shit's like you're driving into a fucking cemetery slash Batman cave. And then you go up, and then you gotta go to the right, and then you gotta go to the right. When you go to the right, they're like, listen to this. This is the first thing I ever. This I know this place was fucked up. You know what I mean? The place had animal. They had like cows and shit like that. Like up there, like 'cause Jamaica, like you got your own like
Might have a
section.
few.
And at night, the cows and the farms used to run around. The cows and all that shit used to jump out of the shit and jump over the fucking thing, jump in the street to start running around. Tell
So
me
I
that
got a
shit.
question, just
Tell me shit
because
that ain't crazy.
we brought it up,
I
right?
am not going
Wait,
back
listen.
around there
What
at
if we
all.
had to flee to? Yes, we do have family out in Jamaica, but what if like you wouldn't go there?
I mean, she don't understand.
I do understand. You're saying dopey in a bright
I'm
light,
not trying to
like
explain
yeah.
nothing to you.
But we can't. I'm just saying, keep it for
Okay.
like I won't invest in it then. Will you give me the property?
There's nothing to give. Everything is just smashed down. The house is
No,
broke
but
down.
you just
Ain't nobody building
renovated
nothing
it.
on it. You know what I
You
mean?
just have to renovate it. You know how
Yeah.
cheap it'd
Oh,
be
you know
to
what's up
renovate.
there that I wanted? The sour sap and the sweet sap tree. But guess what? But once again, that's right beside her grave. Imagine that. Let me finish. Let me finish. So let me finish. So you go in. As you go in, you drive in. You just pass like at least five graves, right? And they all. And then on the side on your left over, there's like a whole fucking hill down there. Like I mean, like a fucking like if you get down there, you're gone. And then then you go back. No, you go there and right, go up. There's a next grave on your way up.
So is it
It's
just like
crazy.
listen to me? So here, right?
And then on
No,
top,
listen, babe. In Canada, like when I
y'all
used to
gotta
go visit
understand,
my
bro.
grandmother, right, in her grave, does it feel like something like that, where you like just there's I'm sorry, babe. It's not funny, but it's just like you can't. You gotta keep it for history. Like you gotta like Give me the property so I can just
As I said, there's nothing to
build
give
it.
because everything is built on. Nobody want that. Obviously, nobody want it for a reason. I remember the time when I went back there and I took a walk back in the thing to see where, like, just to see, like, there's like yeah, work. Yeah, it won't work. I'm telling you because it's like, there's all these
It's not
graves.
gonna work. But I'm just saying I
There's
don't
all these
want it to
graves, and
work.
people be like, "What the hell? What kind of Airbnb is this? What is this? The trap site?"
No, 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 no. You have those people that are interested in seeing
a
that kind of stuff.
fucking
They want photos, they want
a
videos,
fucking hostile movie.
paranormal stuff, but it's not gonna be paranormal
The
stuff.
fuck is this? A hostile movie? No, yeah, it's
No,
crazy.
but you gotta understand. I know you don't want it. We're not gonna do it Airbnb.
Not
Airbnb.
around there, but the
I'm
other
just saying,
spot,
like,
what I was saying, where my uncle lived
listen
at,
to me. Just if we just renovate the place and make
spot,
it nice,
you
keep
could
it
go.
like that, and have it as like a tour.
I
Like people
guarantee you
want
on
to
it.
see that stuff, they can go there.
I guarantee you won't survive a week on that place. That's how haunted that place. I guarantee you. I'm betting you. I'm betting you. I'm betting you. I'll leave $10,000.
You will catch me.
I'm that serious about it. Man. You don't understand, man. Cars get fall over at night for no reason driving later on. It's not happening.
Nobody can turn it into like those people
Man.
that like those paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
They can go
You see
there
how you're thinking? Sometimes I swear something's wrong with you. You think
and
crazy. I'm telling you,
it's
you
my
think
bedtime, bro.
crazy.
It's like, what time is it? I'm just playing. Like,
You're not for
I'm not
12.
trying to be all crazy, but like, I think you should keep the place, like, just renovate it and just keep it. Just let it sit there.
Okay. I mean,
Man, there's freaking duppy everywhere, man. We'll probably sit beside one right now. Get out of here.
don't worry about that.
I see one beside you, babe, touching your leg, rubbing your back right now. But you seem like they like. I can't lie. When I go to visit like someone in the graveyard, I just feel like they're just watching.
What are we talking about? Switch up the conversation. God.
I don't know why we're talking about this. Why you bring that up? We might
I
work.
won't.
That might work.
I won't. I won't. Here goes Jen Jen.
Well, we're gonna call it a night, cause yeah. But we'll be back. Like I'm doing a ladies' night, so ladies watching. Got a girl that wants to come chill. Yeah. Sunday, I'm doing a ladies' night out on Sunday. So I'll put the link up, do all that stuff.
Here goes Jen Jen.
My baby's up because she hears my big voice, my loud, noisy voice. Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
It was nice. This was our last episode for we're gonna be
Episode
talking
10.
about this stuff.
Business. Ooh, came to an end.
Yeah, season
Hit
2.
the like button. Share. And we out.
Doo-doo.